Today in Hammurabi's court, we have the case of the nobleman and slave involved in a brawl. We have our judge, our nobleman, and our slave.
Our next case involves a brawl between this nobleman and this slave. You must decide the punishments for both participants in this shameful display of violence. I would like to begin by questioning the nobleman. Please tell the assembly what happened.
This slave threw garbage out his front door and hit me as I walked by. I was so angry that I hit him in the face and I blinded him.
Did you do any other damage?
Well, when the slave lunged at me, I grabbed his arm and I broke it.
To what class do you belong?
I am a nobleman.
I would like to question the slave. What happened when the nobleman attacked you?
When the nobleman rushed at me, I slapped him in the face to protect myself.
And to what class do you belong?
I am a slave.
Enough evidence has been heard for the assembly to give a decision. Members of the assembly, you must decide the punishment for the nobleman and the slave. In making your decision, consider these laws from the Code of Hammurabi that you have before you today. Number 1, if a nobleman has broken the bone or destroyed the eye of a nobleman's slave, he shall pay the other nobleman 1/2 of the slave's value. Number 2, if a nobleman has knocked out the other nobleman's tooth, his own tooth shall be knocked out. Number 3, if a nobleman has knocked out the tooth of a commoner, he shall pay the commoner 1/3 of a mina of silver. Number 4, if a nobleman slaps another nobleman, he shall pay that nobleman 1 mina of silver. And number 5, if a slave slaps a nobleman, the slave shall have his ear cut off.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the evidence and have read the laws. You must now judge the case. What is the legal problem in the case? Why was the nobleman angry with the slave? What injuries did the slave suffer in the fight? And what did the slave do to the nobleman?